Hello everybody. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day today. What is today? Wednesday? Happy Fish Gaming Wednesday. Who have we got here today? We've got Navan on both sides. We got Deacon on the YouTube side. We got Water Ghost on Twitch. We got Herkmar on Twitch. We got Jellyfish. We got Amy. Hope you're all doing well today. We are back on the Forever World. I know that today is usually our... Oh, hey Pinked. I know today is usually our Skyblock Kingdoms day, but I really needed today to do stuff on the Forever World to get ready for the video this weekend. Otherwise, I am not positive that I'll make the mark for Sunday. So yeah, we are working on stuff for the video, so fair warning, spoiler alerts ahead for episode 16. If you're not wanting spoilers, now's your chance to click off before I go into the game screen. But yeah, we are working on digging up the new area here. So, boom. Hello. We already have one broken shovel from earlier today. We'll have to go repair that at some point. Just showing my face. Got work tomorrow morning, so see ya. Sounds good, Pinked. Have a good night. Yeah, we are going to be working on doing some more digging in this area. We've got to take out this chunk of land going along this line here, coming up this way, following this way, and then going all the way over to here. So we got a lot of dirt to dig up still, and possibly more after that. We will see how we're feeling after that. Hit like, yes, agreed. Bun, how's it going? Thank you for the tier 1 sub, 34 months in total. Also, how you doing, Bun? It's been a while. Hope things are going well for you on the job front and everything. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for the resub. A dirtless pit. Yes, it will be a dirtless pit. We are going to be doing a bunch of stuff in the dirtless pit, though. It's going to turn into an archaeology site. So we'll probably end up reintroducing some dirt, but just kind of in patches. So, yeah. There's a floating log here somewhere. There it is. Cool idea. Thank you. And yeah, it'll be turning into our beacon mining area. So what I've been doing is I've been going along and I've been outlining where I want to dig to. And then I've been carving out the center. So yeah, we're just going to be knocking out a lot of blocks here. So it's mild spoilers, because realistically, all you're seeing is a big pit without dirt, like Emmy said. A lot of the work on this is actually going to come later on, but I have to prepare the area to be able to, do that work. So that is our job for today. I've been working on digging this area out for a couple days already. That's why I figured, you know what? I need this 2-hour window to try and make as much progress as possible. That way I can actually get on with the rest of the video. Because after I de-dirt the pit, I have to smooth it all out as well. So that means stone mining afterwards. So I either have to mine incredibly slow, or I have to bring the beacon over here. But yeah, in terms of the progression of the episode, I'll finish the dirt mining. I'll do kind of some narration and whatnot. And then I'm going to go on to be like, hey, this took forever and I had to repair my shovel a whole bunch of times. We're upgrading to netherite. So after the dirt, we'll be upgrading to netherite. And then we back on the grind. Yes, we are. And thank you for the 3-stream streak. And then after the netherite, I'll smooth out the stone areas, like I said, and then we'll get working on the archaeology site. I have to figure out how I want to do the ruins and everything like that. Oh, hi. Ow. It has been going great. I now know what the sun looks like. The sun, what is this mystical being you speak of? Do I want to follow this line? You know what? Let's just rip out what we have here right now, and then we'll decide where we want to go from there. Because, yeah, that's kind of how I've been doing it, is just outlining a little chunk, tearing it all out, and then deciding where I want to go from there. Might work on the Dwarven City, because bored of the library at the moment. That's the nice thing about having multiple projects, and that's why I always suggest that to people. Because when you're working on a big project, it's easy to start feeling the burnout. But if you have another project to jump to while you're feeling the burnout on that project, then you don't burn out on Minecraft in general. If you have one big project that you're working on and nothing else, when you start feeling the burnout, you either have to take a break from Minecraft, or you keep going on that project and you burn yourself out on Minecraft altogether. So you're doing the smart thing there, Emmy, having multiple projects. Yo, King, how do you get mod safe? I'm very OG to Java, and so much changed from what I remember. Oh, you mean how do you download mods safe? If you're looking for mods, the best place to go is Modrinth. You can get like the Modrinth launcher and stuff like that, so that it's easier to get the mods running and whatnot. But if you're like me and you're an old school player, like you said, then just get Fabric and get the Fabric API and all that kind of stuff in your mods folder, and you should be able to just drag and drop them. Long as you have all the dependencies and whatnot. But yeah, if you head to YouTube, you can search up how to set up the Modrinth launcher. I actually don't know how to do it. I just know it exists. I know a lot of my fellow Skyblock Kingdoms members use the Modrinth launcher, so I know it's good. Better yet, build another mountain. Hey, Jinx, what's up, dude? Thank you for the lurk. What are you working on? What's the plan to go where you're digging? So this is gonna wind up being my Quarry 2.0 for the world. So this is gonna be a big archaeology site, and well, that's just the facade of it. Underneath is going to be a giant quarry, a giant beacon mine. So also a giant quarry, basically. But yeah, it's for beacon mining. This is a much bigger project than I'm used to taking on in this world for a single episode, and it's not going to be a theme that we continue for a while. I do much prefer the more bite-sized content that we've been working on in this world. It's just with this project in particular, it's one of those things that we need in order to progress in the world. So I'd rather just get it all done in one go and not have to revisit it. We may come back like way down the line and build something else in this area, but the reality is this space is meant to be, you know, destroyed. So we'll spend an episode prettying it up, and then afterwards it'll mostly just be like a few clips here and there where we come to this area to do some mining for stone or deep slate or whatever, and then a lot of time on stream probably. So yeah, more progress than we're used to making in an episode, but it's kind of a one-off to allow us to work on other projects. And also, the nice thing about this is we've been struggling for dirt the entire, well, since we started the world, really. We are not struggling for dirt anymore. We've got almost 18 double chests of it, so that was the main reason that I wanted to bring this down to the stone level. Also, it's going to give us a cool effect, and it's more kind of entrenched in this grove that we found. So it'll look really cool, but also we just don't have to worry about dirt for a long time. Especially since we still have more dirt to mine here. Ow. I've been distracted by other games and books. Currently playing Tunic and reading Under the Oak Tree webcomic and Saga of Tanya the Evil light novel. I've never heard of Tunic. What's it about? I'm curious to see how much dirt we'll have by the end of this. Tunic is good stuff. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what it's about. Because, I mean, I'm always looking for game suggestions. RPG style game like OG Zelda. Ooh, okay. Now you have me intrigued. I may have to look into that. It's one of those games that if you hear too much about it or look too much into it, it sort of spoils the game. Ah, that's fair. I'm just curious, do you have any mods on? If so, what are they? They're just quality of life mods. It's like, for example, I have a mod called Jade, which is when I look at a block or an entity, it gives me information about it. So, like, this is dirt and I can mine it with a stone shovel or a wood shovel. Or, inventory tweaks, I think it's called, where I can just shift and drag click things in a chest. Nothing really game changing, just, you know, things that improve the quality of life while playing Minecraft. Or apple skin, which allows me to see the saturation on my food bar. There's a few other quality of life things, and then I have stuff like flashback, light matica, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in terms of actual game-changing mods, I don't have anything. This is a vanilla world. Zelda-like game, it's so much fun. I will definitely have to look into that after stream because I love The Legend of Zelda. I was actually playing the original Legend of Zelda the other day, because I have it for my GameCube. I used to have it for my my N64, but I don't know where that copy went, so I'm using the fort copy that I have for my GameCube. Ow. The user manual is progressively unlocked as you play. That is actually really cool. Queenie, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you had a good day so far. I have. It's been a very slow day, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a change of speed not having a job. But, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can. I know once I find another job, I'm likely locked into working for the next, like, 40 years or so. So, yeah, like I said, I'll just enjoy not having a job while I don't have one. Because I know it's probably the last time until I retire that's going to happen. Unless I get really unlucky. When are you doing the viewer server? That would be Friday. But yeah, I've been applying for jobs over the last few days, and, you know, I've got some jobs that I'm keeping an eye on, but there's also, like, 100 to 300 other people looking at that job, so I don't have high hopes. But, you know, if I can secure an interview, that's really all I need to give myself a fighting chance. It's just getting in for that interview that's tough, because you gotta stand out in a crowd of like 100 to 500 people usually. Sometimes even up to 1,000. Dino, how's it going? Welcome back. You might win the lotto. I gotta buy a lottery ticket to do that. And I have never bought a lottery ticket in my life. And honestly, I don't plan to. But those 300 people aren't as awesome for the job as you are. You know what? You're right. Thank you. Can't win if you don't play. That is true. But I also really don't have the money to spend on a lottery ticket. Especially while I don't have a job. Sure, if I got really lucky, then it could pay off, but the likelihood that it ever would pay off is minuscule. I only play when it's over $1 billion jackpot. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I've never been one to really believe in buying lottery tickets. Just because I know the odds of, you know, me winning. And based on those odds and how much it costs to buy a lottery ticket, you spend way more money on lottery tickets than you ever receive in return. So, yeah, it's not an expense that I can really justify, especially, like I said, while I'm not working. Never tell me the odds. When I win, I'll kick a few grand to your channel. You know what? Deal. Yeah, my mom always talks about what she's going to do when she wins the lottery. I'm like, yeah, okay. Not only do I not believe her, but it's also like, yeah, when? Okay, yeah, sure. Got a good feeling about tonight. You know what? I hope for you to win. Someone's got a chance to win. Chances are low, but someone always wins. That is true, yep. The Collectors of Tunic Edition give you a physical copy of the user manual, but I'm trying not to use it until I find all the pages. But I'm using the physical map I got. Cool. Hi, how's it going, Lynn? Welcome in. You're gonna have to make a trip to the Enderman farm in a sec here. The shovel's looking a little worse for wear. Oh, hello, friend. How's it going? It's going pretty good. We're just on the Forever World making some progress towards episode 16. I figured if I didn't spend the 2 hours on stream today working on it, I might miss the mark for a Sunday upload. And considering I didn't upload last Sunday, I really don't want to do that. But it's part of the advantage of being unemployed. I have the extra time to throw at it. You can do it. Thank you, thank you. It's not 100% accurate, but 50% accurate. I'm a hungry little man, but I'll have to wait until the food gets here. Oof. That's fair. Did you order some food? Let's make a trip to the Enderman farm before we accidentally break a tool. Pause. Nice. What'd you order? Oh, you know what? We need a few more rockets. Sandwiches. Nice. I took out some pork chops for tonight. That's what I'll be cooking up later. This chat seems much more active. Yeah, generally the Twitch side is more active than the YouTube side lately. When we started the Forever World, it was definitely the other way around. But, yeah, lately it's been trending the other way. It's mostly just because of my upload schedule to YouTube. Once we get back on track, hopefully we can revive the channel. And then, you know, it might skew the other way again. But yeah, no, this summer's been rough on the YouTube side of things. Not only have I not had a regular upload schedule because, you know, I had work and then you know, earlier in the summer we had a little bit of a loss in the family, so that threw off the entire schedule as well. And you know how much the YouTube algorithm loves when you do that. But then on top of that, summer is just a slow time in general for YouTube channels. So yeah, viewership dropped off, and I think last I checked, the YouTube channel for August had about 45% of the viewership that we had in like May and June. So it's a pretty steep drop off. Even the Twitch side of things have been suffering pretty hard. But it is what it is. We forge forward. The only way to truly kill a channel is to stop doing anything on it. So good attitude, thank you. And I mean, at the end of the day, even if I lost like 90% of the viewership, I still enjoy it. So where are all the Endermen? There they are. One of the things that I want to do soon here is once we get our beacon mine going and we have our villager area going, I want to get a full shulker of enchanted shovels and pickaxes. That way we can just keep that at the mining area and we don't have to come repair all the time. We can just grab a new pickaxe. I think some of the really successful channels do it for fun, and they get subs along the way. Exactly. Like I said, the only way to truly kill your channel is to stop uploading. And the reality is, every channel goes through rough patches. My channel included. I've gone through rough patches, and, you know, we've come out the other side eventually. Sometimes that rough patch, like my last rough patch, it lasted 2 years. But we didn't give up. We kept uploading and we kept having fun. Because at the end of the day, what are we all about here? Minecraft. Not money, Minecraft. Andor, thank you for the follow. How you doing? I want to start my channel again, but my OBS absolutely ruins my my sound when I try to run with Minecraft. Like worse than a dial tone. Oh no. Without hesitation, and got my name right. Definitely worth the follow. I'm gonna admit it was not without hesitation. I looked at it for a few seconds and then I attempted it. And I was very certain that I got it wrong, but apparently not. Sweet. But yeah, how are you doing? Ow. I do art for fun, and small payouts I get every once in a while are just a bonus. Exactly. That is the same mentality that I have with content creation. Because, yeah, while my payouts lately have been pretty decent, Before I started the Forever World on the YouTube side of thing, I was actually demonetized. My viewership had declined to the point where YouTube basically said, yeah, we're not going to pay you anymore. And then on Twitch, I was getting a payout every 2 months, give or take. But it was still a fun hobby. It's really just a creative outlet. And the fact that I get to interact with you guys too, that's even better. The fun thing is I'm disabled enough that I can't work, but not disabled enough for the government to take me seriously. Oof. So I have to find alternate ways to make money before living near isolation with just my family. It drives me mad. Yeah, that's fair. The only thing I can do is art and content, so I need to find a way to make money with it. Sorry for the trauma dump on stream. All good. I will say this, though. With content creation, the best way to approach it is don't come at it with the mentality of, I need to make money. Because viewers can tell when you're coming at it with that mentality. And it discourages them. I've seen more channels fail because they are just worried about making money and getting big and getting rich than I have seen on the hobby side of things. Generally, the hobbyists are the ones that, end up sticking with it and making it big eventually, whereas the people who are going at it with the mentality of I need to get big and famous and rich, they burn out faster and they quit. So I would come at it with the mentality of, this is fun, I want to do it. If I make money on the side, that's bonus. But yeah, that's my suggestion to you. A lot easier to say when you have other ways of making money. I mean, right now I don't. I'm unemployed. I have a bit of savings, but I'm gonna burn through that pretty fast. Ow. Hey, Dino. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Yeah, there he is. I definitely follow a lot of smaller channels by a long shot than huge creators. Yeah. Well, the thing that I really enjoy about being a smaller creator myself is that I have the opportunity to interact with all of you guys. Like, if you look at bigger channels like Impulse or Tango or Exima or any of them, they just have so many viewers and so many chatters that it's impossible for them to keep up with the chat. They can pick out a chat every here and there, but responding to every message, it's not possible. There's just too much coming at them. They would have to do a just chatting stream, and even then I think they'd still miss messages. So the fact that I have a tighter knit community, it's good. I get to talk to you guys. Not just talk to myself and have you guys hear it. Exactly. Interaction, that's where it's at. Hey, Strawberry, how's it going? Welcome in, thank you for the raid. What were you guys up to today? We are currently on the Forever World, digging out a big pit. Cass, thank you for coming in on the raid. How you doing? How was Strawberry's stream? It was very good. Awesome. What did you guys get up to? It's pretty chill. Well, the chill vibes continue here. Just enchanting all my tools. Ah, yes. That long and tedious process. I hope you got them all to where you want them to be. After my untimely death last week, yeah, I feel that. Well, hopefully you recovered nicely and you didn't lose too much other than your tools and whatnot. I've wiped a few times on Skyblock Kingdoms and on this world, so I feel the pain. Hopefully you have the infrastructure to be able to do it all up again easily. It's a 3-year SMP, so it doesn't take too long. Okay, good. Did all the armor yesterday? Nice. So today was just all about the tools. Yeah, right now, this world here, it's a few months old, but I've been taking it really slow, so I don't have the infrastructure to be able to re-enchant tools easily. So every time I die and wipe, it is rough. It takes me multiple hours and a lot of diamonds to get my tools back to where I want them. Sorry again for sounding all over chat. It just spilled out. Hey, all good. It happens, right? I've only been there for like a year max. Hey, a year is still a long time to be playing on a Minecraft world. We've got villagers who sell diamond everything. Perfect. Yeah, I need to set that up in my world. I have fallen in a hole. Great. Even on my viewer SMP, I don't have the infrastructure to re-gear easily. I've just been lucky that I haven't died because I've been mostly working on spawn projects for like the last year. But yeah, come to think of it, on the viewer server, I have like no infrastructure. The only farm I have is a bee farm. Any tips for how to not make streams boring? I did 2 Roblox videos and an ASMR video on YouTube, but I want to start streaming. Yeah, fair enough. My advice to you when you start streaming, turn off your view count and just act as if you always have like 100 people in your audience. Because the biggest thing that kills new streamers is just getting in your own head, really. You look at the view count and you go, oh, I've got 0 viewers or 1 viewer, and then you just kind of go silent. But what a lot of people don't realize is on the Twitch side and the YouTube side, the view count doesn't update live. So it might take a minute for your view count to update with that 1 viewer that popped into your stream. And if it takes a minute for that to update and you've been saying nothing for that entire minute thinking you have 0 viewers, person's going to click off before you even realize they're there. So just pretend you always have people in your audience. Keep talking, even if it's just to yourself about random stuff. And also background music. Background music makes a big difference. And then, you know, once you get going, it's fine to have some dead air as well. But I would suggest while you're getting started, just practice talking all the time. So maybe have a few stories locked and loaded when you start streaming, so that you're like, okay, if I have no one to talk to, I can start talking about this. This is gonna be able to run me for X amount of time. And have a couple of those things locked and loaded just in case, you know, you have minimal interaction. And over time, people will find you, and as long as you're talking and you're interesting, then, you know, you're going to start getting people following, and it'll be easier and easier to entertain your audience as you have more people following and interacting with your stream. Storytelling is compelling. Yes, absolutely. Read stories to be able to tell stories. I could improve at this. I think we all could, realistically. Because, yeah, even people who've been streaming for a while, like, it's hard to sit there and talk to yourself sometimes. Especially if you've had a long day at work, or, you know, you're feeling tired, or you're sick, or whatever. It's different levels of difficulty depending on the day and how the day's been going. And yeah, like, I'm sure even the big streamers would tell you it doesn't come naturally just sitting there and talking to yourself. It's something you gotta practice. I watched a Minecraft streamer going caving. They told a compelling story about rescuing a baby axolotl. Or axolite. I'm not sure I know what an axolite is, unless that's supposed to be axolotl. Yeah, that's another thing, is invite your friends to the stream, into the chat. Even just having a few people interacting with your chat can make the world of difference, because especially if you're streaming Minecraft, do you know what the average viewership for a Minecraft Twitch channel is? The answer? 2. If you can break that 2 mark, then the algorithm starts playing in your favor. So if you can have 1 or 2 friends in the chat, that can make a world of difference. Although I will tell you this, because I've seen a lot of people do this too, don't make alt accounts and just have them sit idle in your chat, because the other thing that really drives the algorithm is interaction. So if you have alt accounts sitting in your stream doing nothing, that hurts you more than anything. If you have your entire audience sitting there doing nothing. How do I get background music? Just look for copyright-free music on YouTube or Spotify or anything like that. Like, I'm just using a copyright-free lo-fi playlist on Spotify right now. You're crushing it then at 14? Yeah, 14 is great. And honestly, 5 is great. Like I said, if you can break that 2 mark, you're already above the average. So don't let the numbers discourage you. That is the biggest and best piece of advice that I can give you. Chicken Man, what's up, dude? Well, I'm asleep. Bye. Sounds good, Cass. Have a good night. So a pile of lurkers is no bueno. Lurkers are good, as long as you have other people interacting with your chat as well. If all you have is lurkers, then it can start to hurt. You gotta have at least some people interacting in your chat. Otherwise, Twitch starts to look at you and go, why is no one talking in your chat? Guttural Family's home. All good, all good. Oh, there's our daily hello by Chess, who seems to have taken over Bun Bun's keyboard. But yeah, how you doing, Chicken Man? We are on the Forever World today, digging a big pit. Okay. Now it's time to pick up again over here. Say hi to Chess, everyone. Hi, Chess. Okay, how do we want to follow this line here? I think we'll follow this ridge here. Because we want to keep the shape somewhat interesting, too. We don't want it to just be flat. It's kind of like when we're terraforming, making, like, hills and cliffs and whatnot. We don't want to just have flat. We need some curves. Curves in landscape make it interesting. But yeah, after I'm done digging here, we move on to smoothing out the terrain, because this is looking a little rough. We've got to figure out what level we want everything at as well, because the idea is this is going to be kind of like an ancient ruined city that a bunch of archaeologists are digging up. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd have to light the entire thing up and make it completely spawn-proof, I would bring over villagers and call them my archaeologists. But that would be a lot of work. Although, you know what? If we could get a bunch of nitwits, that might be kind of funny. Although nitwits aren't exactly the easiest to get anymore. I think you have to find them naturally spawning in a village. I don't think you can breed them, can you? I could be wrong on that, but I've never bred a nitwit. Okay, well, that's a big dirt deposit there. Okay, let's carry this on a little bit. So we're gonna come this way. Then we'll go up to that point, and then we'll tear out the center again like we did before. My replay's still going, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Chess is a great name. Oh yeah, and Chess is a big boy too. He's a big cat. How old is Chess again, Bun Bun? I know he's an old man. Only on Bedrock can you get nitwits from breeding. Ah, okay. I know you used to be able to, but they probably patched that out of Java because, you know, they're kind of useless. Okay. go. Let's cut out this chunk of land here. Yeah, this is a very large project. He's 17 now. That is insane. He really is an old man. We love Chess here. He's our honorary mod. But yeah, in terms of the viewer server video that I've been talking about the last few days, I have started to take replay footage of some people's bases, and I'm starting to edit that. I am debating whether or not to hold off on releasing that video for now, because I have started doing some testing for updating the server, and so far it's going pretty good, actually. So far, I've run into no errors or anything like that. I haven't implemented everything yet. I'm going plugin by plugin. And I still need an official test environment, too. Right now, I'm just doing it on my local machine, so I need to test it on our actual hardware to make sure it'll be fine. But if it turns out that I can update the server with no problems, then I think it makes more sense to release the viewer server video after we've updated or as we're updating. That way I don't, put out a recruitment notice, get a influx of players on the server, and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, the server's going to be offline for 2 days while I update it. I think it makes more sense to wait if that's the case. But I can still put the video together before the update. But yeah, right now things are going well, and assuming that they continue to go well, we can probably expect the viewer server to update very soon. I'll have to schedule it, because like I said, I'll need to schedule some downtime to prune chunks and regenerate and pre-generate the chunks and then re-upload and everything like that. But yeah. Love them to bits. I have all 17 years. Absolutely. Need to head out. Have a great stream. Sounds good, Strawberry. Have a good one. And thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Surprise! Thank you for joining and not playing. Pretty much. Good, gonna give the Nether Hub some more push to complete. Hopefully before the video. Awesome, yeah. As of right now, I don't have a release date for the video just because things are going well. We will have to talk about when we want to do the update, because I want to loop you guys in on it. I don't want to just say, hey, by the way, tomorrow the server's going offline for 2 days. So yeah, I'll coordinate with you guys. We'll do probably a poll of some sort. And yeah, we'll decide on a date for the update. But yeah, assuming that there's no issues with any of the plugins, maybe within the next 2 weeks, try and get it updated before October. And that'll be an update to 1.21.7. So we'll have happy ghasts. We will probably have to implement some sort of regulation on happy guests, just that people don't, make 100 of them and lag out the server. But we don't have to put, like, really tight regulations on either. Oops. Like, we could say maybe, like, no more than 10 happy guests a person or something like that. Not happy guests, ban them. Hey, I can make that resource pack that that Sage made mandatory for the server. But yeah, I would say you probably have at least 2 weeks before the video releases, Jinx. Unless something goes wrong with one of the plugins and I have to do a whole bunch of work in order to update the server, in which case it'll probably come out sooner. Because, yeah, the one that I'm really worried about is Xclaim, our land claim system. The plugin developers have not even made an announcement since December. So I'm worried that it's not going to work on 1.21.56 or 7. And if that's the case, then I either have to find a new land claim system or I have to make one. Update as soon as you can. You're the king. This is not a democracy. I am the Senate. If you make one, you could add it to your GitHub port. Oh, my GitHub portfolio. Okay, yeah. I definitely could. But then it raises an interesting question because my GitHub portfolio is public, and it is under my real name. So I would be more inclined to make it a private project under the King Alfie brand, rather than, putting my name out there on it. Maybe the guy MCs on Skyblock Kingdoms should cover your idol. I'm sorry, what? Not sure I'm picking up what you're putting down here. No unmasking the king yet. But yeah, I am planning on making a King Alfie GitHub repo so that, anyone who wants to use any of the plugins that I develop can. But yeah, I probably won't be able to use it as a professional portfolio piece. From K-pop Demon Hunters? Oh, okay. That's probably why I have no idea what you're talking about. I have not watched the movie. Remind me, end busting is overpowered. That is another thing that I plan on doing with the update. I plan on pruning the end so that, all the cities regenerate. And I would like to build it into a plugin that I'm making, a command to manually prune the end without having, or sorry, automatically prune the end without having to, download the files and manually prune it all. Because, yeah, I think it's getting harder for new players to find Elytras now because it's been so long since we've pruned the end. So, yeah, I'll do that soon. I'm at negative 351,000. Oh, my. Yep. That's where having the multiple homes comes in handy. My dog is barking at something or someone. I'm the reason it's hard to find elytras. Yeah, I mean, you really need to open a elytra shop or something like that. I've lost track of how many people have been like, hey, is anyone selling elytras? I have been selling them without a shop. Oh, you've been stocking Pink's shop. I think it needs a restock again in that case, because last I checked it was out. I think it was Tim that was looking for one yesterday. Because, yeah, I think they wiped. Just sold him 10. Oh, my. Well, that'll do it. Hello, Nugget. How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Boo! I scare you. So scary. I don't know how I'll recover from that one. What you collecting dirt for? Just for future terraforming projects, but the main thing I'm actually doing is I'm excavating all the dirt from this area. This kind of grove in the hills here, because we're going to be making an archaeology site for our beacon mine. So collecting the dirt is kind of a byproduct of what we're doing here. The main thing we're doing is clearing out the area for a build. But trust me when I say we will use all this dirt somewhere. We love to terraform. That's why I'm making sure not to waste a single piece of it. That's cool. Thank you. Yeah, our overall plan for this area is it's going to be an archaeology dig site. So I'm going to make a bunch of ruins for like an ancient city or something like that here. And then different areas of that city will have different entrances to different quarry mines. So maybe one more at the stone level up by the surface that we can excavate to get stone. Maybe one a little further down at the deep slate level. Emma, thank you for the sub on YouTube. But yeah, maybe one down by deep slate. That way we can get our deep slate and tough and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it'll be really cool. And Nugget, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I have an idea for the court, but I don't know if I do it or not. What's the idea? This isn't premium dirt, right? Any dirt that I make is premium dirt. Let's be real. As long as it's not stinky spruce dirt. Of course it's premium. It's been touched by the king himself. Exactly. How's it going, January? Welcome in. Sleepy time. I have to keep checking every now and then to make sure the replay is still going. It would be very me to stop it and then never restart it. When do you usually stream? I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5:30 till 7:30 Eastern time. I am going to be changing up that schedule soon here because I no longer have a job. My contract ended last week. So I have a lot more time, and I'm going to be throwing a lot of it into streaming and making videos. I just haven't quite decided what the new schedule is going to be yet. So I'm thinking it's going to be a temple with a lot of blue blocks and stuff. I want to kind of be around Poseidon. Okay. And then I'm a spirit, but then I also have an alter ego called Sea Phantom. Okay. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a cool idea. Blue blocks are a bit of a pain to collect because, I mean, I throw Prismarine into the blue category. But, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I think that could be cool. Doing good, thanks. Hope you've been enjoying your free time. I have. That's really how I've been looking at it, because while it sucks, yes, that I don't have a job, this could be the last time I don't have a job until I retire. So I will enjoy the time off while I have it. Where are you from? So I know if the same time. I am from Canada. I live in Ontario. So I'm Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, depending on daylight savings. The dirt's not from the mod basement, so it has to be premium. Yeah, exactly. Want to do it with Prismarine, but then I also might want something with the sky. Okay. Well, I think it'll be cool either way, so I would go with it. I like the Poseidon idea. And I mean, it fits with your name as well. And we're full up. Much dirt. It's a beautiful sight. I can actually finish some of the projects over at Arcadia now, because I've had a few terraforming projects that I've been working on for a while, but my bottleneck has been dirt. So I don't think we'll struggle on that front anymore. Not for a long time anyways. Or maybe a medium time. I don't know. I know the rate that I terraform at, so somewhere between a long and a medium amount of time. I have ideas that I want to put on somewhere that will be preserved. Fair enough. And has a good community that won't destroy or mess with stuff without my permission. Well, that is the nice thing about our server is, I'm not resetting it. It's a forever server. And B, even if someone does mess with your stuff, all you gotta do is let a mod know, and we will revert any griefing that's happened. We have a plugin called Core Protect, so we can figure out exactly who did what, when they did it, and we can revert it to that time. What's Arcadia like, Spawn? Arcadia is the name of my village that I have in this world. That's awesome. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we had good protection against griefers, because, I mean, the reality of a public server is you're going to get the trolls, you're going to get the griefers, you're going to get the jerks. That's just going to happen, so we had to make sure that we prepared ahead of time for when those people came in. Hey, Fizz, how's it going? Great, that's good to hear. Oh. Yeah, sorry, Nightbot doesn't like caps. It's kind of a jerk like that. But I did see the message before Nightbot decided to strike down the message. Every time I adjust Nightbot, it readjusts itself, so it's really annoying. I need to get rid of it. Because, like, I don't have a problem with caps as long as it's not being spammed. And it wasn't. We're getting close to done with digging out all the dirt. We have so many stacks of leaf litter as well. I wonder how much bone meal that's going to make. I've been trying to get my streaming setup set up, but my system detects my headset with a mic as just a headset. Do you know how I can fix that? Off the top of my head, no. I assume that other programs like Discord and whatnot are picking up your mic, right? Or is it just OBS that's not picking it up? There's another chunk of land gone. Pick up as much of this stuff as we can. Alrighty, and then we pick up where we left off. Just OBS. Trying to think what it could be. Because I've never had that issue before. Yeah, I've got nothing. Is it an older headset or? Because that's the only thing I can think of is if it's an older headset. Maybe that has something to do with it. Up to 11 blocks of diamond from end busting. That is a lot of diamonds from end busting. Is that in general, or is that just today? It's just today. As soon as I saw the ... I knew. Ah. Yep, that's a lot. May as well dump our inventory while we're up here. We almost need to go repair again. Gotta decide how I'm gonna do this time lapse too, because I don't think I'm gonna do the entire section of me digging dirt. I may just do it in like flashes. So have a small piece of time lapse cutting out one chunk and then have it jump. So a bunch of dirt will disappear, and then have it as a time lapse of me digging another piece of dirt and then keep jumping like that until it's all gone. So rather than, you know, having to have an insanely fast time lapse or like a 2-minute time lapse of me doing this, it's maybe 30 seconds. Too bad you don't have a couple of allays. Yeah, that would have been good, actually. Couple of allays paired with a couple of copper golems to separate the leaf litter and the dirt and everything like that. And all the flowers and seeds and whatnot. Okay, this is where I have to decide what I want to do. How do we want to work this? I think maybe we come into this divot here and then we come back and meet up over here. Can't wait for copper golems. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty cool. Let's just cut this off here, actually. We'll cut out this chunk of land and then we'll decide what we want to do with that part. I got too far away from my base. Need to bring them back to the base at some point. Yeah, it's funny. Ever since allays have been introduced, I've never used them. I think I may have gotten them on my first hardcore world, but I never used them. I just had them. Want to put them in my Dwarven city? Oh, you only use them for the achievements. Yeah, that is one thing that I plan to do on this world that I've never actually done before, which is get all the achievements. I've never really cared to get the achievements in Minecraft. They just kind of happen. But I think it would make a good video going and doing the achievement hunting for all the ones that I haven't gotten at some point. It'll be later on in the series, like once I've already gotten a good portion of them passively, and then we'll do a video getting all the harder ones to achieve. That might be a good, like, episode 50 or 75 sort of thing. Adult grape juice while reading under the oak tree is a vibe. You know what? That is fair. I got all the achievements on the SMP, even all the hidden ones. Nice. Yeah, I've never done that in my life, and I've been playing Minecraft basically since it came out. And I'm not talking the full release, I'm talking like alpha releases. I played it back when it was a browser game. I started actively playing in beta 1.2 though. Got to go through and get all this. Hey, Anathra, how's it going? Thank you for the raid over on YouTube. How was the rest of your Skyblock Kingdom stream? And there's Anathra on the Twitch side as well. Welcome in, raiders. How you doing? Anathra, how was the rest of your stream, my dude? For everyone in my stream, go follow Anathra if you haven't already. Waterghost, welcome back. Moonstar, welcome in. Slipshod, welcome in. Band Nerd, welcome in. Anathra, welcome in. CZ, thank you for the follow. How are you guys all doing today? And Cyberbees, thank you for the follow as well. For anyone who doesn't know me, I am King Alfie. I am part of the Mangrove Kingdom on Skyblock Kingdoms, where Anathra just was. So I'm their neighbor, part of Bammer Grove. Go Bammer Grove. And right now we are on my Forever World. We're digging a big pit, getting rid of all the dirt. That way we can turn this into a big archaeology site for our beacon mine. Doing good. I've got a new axolotl aquarium in the shroom. Nice. One step closer to the blue guys. Assembling our own Blue Man group. Hopped into Anathra's stream for 1 second and saw they were raiding into you. Well, you got those channel points at least. We gotta go repair our shovels. Grab a few more rockets. But yeah, that's basically what we've been working on today. We've just been digging out dirt. And, I mean, anyone who knows me knows I love my terraforming. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 times 4, 20, 22, 22 and a half double chests of dirt collected. Oh yeah, we're dirt maxing so much here. Gonna add a breeding redemption. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll definitely help us along the way. Terraforming is so satisfying and relaxing. I agree. You know what? We're heading back this way anyways. I'll stop in at my main base for anyone who hasn't seen it. And then you can see some of the terraforming that we've done in this world. And actually, that dirt is going to go a long way towards this project over here as well. Because I've been struggling for dirt since we started this Forever World. Now we have an abundance of it, so we can actually finish some projects. Oh no, I forgot to pause. Oops. I appreciate it when someone else is doing it. You know what? That is fair. Let's just park it here. But yeah, I've custom terraformed this entire area here. I'll show you the underside in a sec here. That's crazy. But yeah, this is the town of Arcadia. This is my kind of modular storage area / starter village in the Forever World. We got our starter house over there. We got a stable. We got a tavern. We've got our farming area with a barn, a windmill, and a farmhouse. We've got our church up on the hill, which is our villager trading area. We've got our quarry over here. And we've got our lumber mill over here. And you can kind of see the area where I ran out of dirt for the terraforming. We need to finish that area off. This gets so much more impressive every time I see it. Beautiful builds here. Thank you. I appreciate it. And hey, Ed, how's it going? But yeah, if we look under here, you can see the extent of the terraforming. This is the original terrain, and this is where I've been getting the dirt from up until this point. It's, yeah, it looks cool from underneath. That is for sure. And it's the same over here. But yeah, so this is my main base area. Right now we are heading to the end though, because I've got to repair my shovels. This way? Nope, not this way. This way. I really need to add indicators on the portal level as to which direction is which. I don't know if you noticed, King, but no need to be interrupting, but I redeemed a named fish, and I want it to be named Anathra for no reason whatsoever. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I can do that. Oh yeah, my bad. I was wondering why you just randomly said Anathra. Yeah, I will get you your fish in a minute here. Actually, we'll get you a tropical fish, because then that gives me an opportunity to show off the other area of this world. Let me save your guys' ears. Tanjab, how's it going? Thank you for the lurk. Hero, yes. It's as much for me as it is for you guys. I hate the sound of dying Enderman. Holy mother of pearl. Yeah, I really need to just make a system to shoot these all into the void. But I'm far too lazy for that. And my computer can handle all the entities, so it's not like on a server where I'm gonna crash the server, so. The void is very hungry. The void always hungers. And for those of you coming from Skyblock Kingdoms, I know you guys are gonna think that's a reference from Season 1, but believe it or not, the void hungers is a reference on this channel since far before I was part of Skyblock Kingdoms. My first hardcore world, we lived in the end. So everyone was always trying to tempt me to jump into the void by telling me the void was hungry. So the void lore goes further back than Skyblock Kingdoms for this channel. We've been feeding the void golden carrots and garbage since what, like 2022, 2023? When was it that I started my first hardcore world? I want to say it was 2022. Feed the void, King. It hungers. All right, let's go get that fish. Right, we're all the way back here. Golden carrots and garbage sounds like an awesome Minecraft band name. But what genre would they be? Is it like a punk band? Is it rock? Or what are we talking here? Alright, back we go. We gotta fly down this long tunnel to fly down a different long tunnel. As the voice of the void, I know. You are the speaker of the void. You are a void sage. Punk is a maybe, but let's face it, it's probably just some weird indie music. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Some person playing at like a local bar, basically. Quack. How much is the Dragon Horde at? That's a good question. 300k channel points. That's insane. I think you have Brett beat again, because Brett hasn't been able to be in Brett has not been able to be in the streams lately because of his work schedule. All right, so this is this is my other area in the Forever World. This is the start of my Mediterranean village. So this is where all of my auto farms are going to be. Right now, we only have one auto farm. These two buildings here are just my starter base with a little bit of storage. And then if we come up here, we've got the start of our street. And we have our sugarcane farm. All automatic with a Tango Tech design up here. I'm going to spend some time over here to actually let it build up. But the reason we came here is because we got a warm ocean, so we can get some tropical fish. See you later, King. See you later, Water Ghost. I'll get you that fish. And Athra is going to be an orange and white fish. I have to stay for the naming. There we go. Anathra. We have our Anathra on Fish Gaming Wednesday. We're gonna put him in this chest for now. Okay, now I can go. There you go. Woohoo, I'm a fish. You are the embodiment of Fish Gaming Wednesday. Alright, I think the easiest way to get back to the other area is going to be to go through the end portal. Because my spawn is still set over there. Best color too, not biased at all. Not at all. We've got to put some more time into these nether tunnels here once we have the beacon mine up and going. We need a whole bunch of stone. That's kind of what I'm waiting on right now, because I don't want to keep going on that tunnel before I can ensure it's not going to be blasted by ghasts. Glass is not cheap, so heading out to bed. Have a fun stream. Sounds good, Nathra. Have a good night, and thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate it. There we go. All right. Hi ho, hi ho. It's back to work we go. fairly confident that we'll be able to finish this soon, and I'll be able to move on to a different part tonight. I appreciate that you're building in the nether itself and not on the roof. Makes the challenge more fun. Absolutely. And also, since we're going through the nether, gives me the opportunity to look into the nether as well. Our tunnels are actually going to feature some windows so that you can look out into the nether. I'm actually debating not going onto the roof of the nether. If I do decide to do that, it'll be painful, but it could be an interesting challenge. So if I want to make a gold farm, I have to, you know, find the optimal place to build it, or I have to excavate the entire area. But yeah, you don't often see gold farms built in the actual nether, so it could be interesting. I've somehow misplaced my tools. Oh boy. That'd be a tough one. It's so useful for farms. Yeah, definitely. It's a tough choice. It's one that I have time to make, though. I don't have any immediate plans to make nether farms. So yeah, I've got time to decide if I want to be crazy or not. Because I have all of my episodes up to episode 20 planned. Right now we're working on episode 16. And after 20, I have an idea of the direction that I want to go. And it's not nether farms. At least episodes 20 to 24 or 25 are going to be focused on one very specific project. And that is the other thing, is I don't really do TNT dupers. So if I were to excavate the nether, then it would all be with a pickaxe. Kind of like I did on my my hardcore world. I do actually have a big build that I want to do in the nether at some point. And that will require a lot of excavating. Because yeah, soon Arcadia and the nether hub that I have over there are not going to be the main point in this world. The focus will be shifting soon. You have yourself, Emmy. Isn't that all the tools you need? You calling Emmy a tool? Because that's okay. Sounds like she is. I unpaused my my replay, right? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm surprised I made it that far into stream without sneezing. Me, I would never. I'm I'm a nice being. Exactly. But yeah, I have a few ideas for videos outside of the Forever World and outside of Skyblock Kingdoms that I'm going to be doing. One of them is obviously the viewer server video. The other one is going to be the kind of throwback video that I mentioned before, where I go back and play on the original version of Minecraft that I started playing on. That'll be kind of like a one-off thing, maybe a couple episodes at the most. I do also want to do a world tour video, not just of this world, but of all of my worlds that most people on the channel have never seen. Because, I mean, I'd say a good 60% of my current audience, at least, has never seen my Enigma bases or my first hardcore world or even Pleasantcraft. So yeah, I want to do a big world tour video going through all my old worlds. And I have another idea, which is just kind of like a tips and tricks video for how to keep things fresh in a Minecraft channel. Because I do get a lot of questions like, how do you start streaming in Minecraft? How do you keep motivated? Like, how do you do your editing? All that kind of stuff. So I was thinking of maybe just throwing it into a video. I think that could be cool. That is something that I want to do with my time off here, is do some non-series videos, so kind of one-offs or tutorials or whatever. They're not going to be a main focus of the channel by any means, but they'll be just kind of supplementary videos, and they're things that I can record and not upload right away, so I could have it in the bank for if I get sick and I can't record a Forever World video that week. I can dig into my bank of videos and go, you know what, I'll upload that this Sunday instead. I'd love to see that. I'll admit I'm not very well caught up on your content, but I'd like to be. I'm one that found you through Skyblock Kingdoms and have really been liking your stuff. Thank you, Slipshod. Yeah, I definitely recognize your name from the Skyblock Kingdoms community the most. And honestly, that's probably the case for a lot of people on my channel. Because Skyblock Kingdoms, it's really grown since we started in Season 1. It took off in ways that we never could have imagined. And yeah, that was a pretty big source of traffic for my channel. But the other big source was, well, this world right here, the Forever World, because the YouTube channel was sitting pretty stagnant for a while. Probably for a good 2 years, actually. Around the 5,000 mark. But as soon as I started the Forever World, we, in the course of about 3.5 months, jumped from 5,000 subscribers to over 10,000. And yeah, the main source of that traffic was the Forever World, but the secondary source was Season 2 of Skyblock Kingdoms. It's really nice growth. Yeah, definitely. It was really cool to see. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is. Fun fact: before was is. True story. How's it going, Traveler? Redstone is red, Lapis is blue. I'd rather quit than respawn without you. That's a good one. And how's it going, Casey? Life is good. That's good to hear. We are just chilling on the Forever World. It's always so tempting to say hardcore world. I ran a hardcore world for so long that I'm not used to not saying it. I lost my key today in college. Now I'm keyless. Oh no. Hopefully there's someone else to let you in. I assume you're talking about like a house key or a dorm key or something. Oh, and Chess is back. Yes, there is, and yes. Okay, good. At least you're not locked out. Although, if there is going to be a time to be locked out, I suppose summer isn't the worst time. It's definitely a lot worse in the winter when you get locked out. And yes, I am speaking from experience, sadly. The cat has flopped. Time for the phone. We still have a little bit of time until night. I'll be back tomorrow with more fun facts. Good day. See you later, Traveler. But when is the best time for a blizzard from Dairy Queen King? The best time is when one's put in your hand. There is no best time for a blizzard. It's always the best time for a blizzard. I enjoy your commentary and how your videos flow. A lot of content is inspiring to me. Or a lot of your content is inspiring me to do more building and changing the land to fit what I need. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big terraformer at heart. And I am collecting a whole bunch of dirt here so that I can continue doing terraforming. But yeah, welcome in, Manamuse. How are you doing today? We're full up again. But yeah, right now we're working on episode 16 stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm about to be able to sleep. I may as well just wait up here for a sec. I thought you were going to say in a blizzard, of course. I have had a blizzard in a blizzard before. I've eaten a blizzard while walking home in negative 30-degree weather during a blizzard. That's the Canadian life. Good, thanks for showing the inside view of the land that you've changed. I was wondering if people filled it in or left it hollow. Oh yeah, no, definitely left it hollow. That would be so many resources and a lot more time to fill it in. And I really like terraforming, but I'm not that dedicated. But yeah, it's also just really nice to be able to go inside your terraforming and see how the land started versus what it looks like now. I always think that is a really cool perspective to be able to go back and look at the end of the day. I have had to tear up the landscape underneath my terraforming a little bit on this world just to collect resources, because I've been playing the slow game on this world. But yeah, in general, I like to leave the original terrain intact. That way I can, do the before and after. And we can still do that for the most part. There's just no dirt on it now. My pet hate is leaving it hollow, but on terraforming on this scale, it's kind of understandable. Yeah, no, it's the amount of blocks you would need to fill in the terraforming that I do. It would be ridiculous. Like, I've been mining dirt here for a couple days in order to hollow out this area. And realistically, the 22 or 25 or whatever double chests that I have up there probably would not be enough to fill in the terraforming that I have at Arcadia. And that's not even the biggest terraforming project that I've worked on. It is in this world, but in general, it's a fairly small project for me. Like, if I were to fill in my Enigma Mountains or my Pleasantcraft Mountains or any of the islands that I've done on Skyblock Kingdoms, my god, the amount of blocks. I would have no life. Already taking out this many blocks here. It's taking far longer than I thought it would. This is definitely going to be one of the longest projects that I've worked on this world. The only contender for second place, really, is the Nether Hub. The Nether Hub took a long time to hollow out, but thankfully Netherrack is also insta-mine. We're almost up to 8 double chests of leaf litter. Your poor shovels, I know. I've repaired these things so many times. Although I've been pretty vigilant not to break them, because I do not have good infrastructure to replace these if I break them. Because yeah, I only have a couple of villagers in this world, so I could get mending back and I could get efficiency back, but everything else I'd have to get through enchanting. And none of my villagers are cured. I don't have a good way of getting emeralds. Like, I'd basically just have to keep hitting the Enderman farm and enchanting shovels. Which is doable, but it's not fun, and it wastes a lot of diamond. Troubles of a pre-economy world. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, we're not early on this world. We just passed day 1600, but I've been trying to play things slow on this world. I I didn't want to just jump into the late game right away. I could have. I mean, on my hardcore world, we had all of this stuff that I'm talking about before day 100. But we've been kind of taking it, episodically, and we've been more focused on the building and the journey of how to get there, right? Not so much on, let's get all of the infrastructure in place right away. That way we can just hammer everything out. It's a forever world. It's meant to take time. Exactly. Because, yeah, we don't even have netherite yet. I am planning on getting netherite in this episode. But, yeah, we've waited until episode 16 to get netherite. And in the next few episodes, I'm planning on making a lot of automatic farms. But we just built our first automatic farm with redstone last episode. So episode 15 before we even made a automatic farm of any sort. We didn't get our first villager until episode 8. I think it was. So we were rolling without mending until episode 8. And yeah, it's been a nice change of pace, really. Because you play the game for so long and everything just becomes really easy, right? Like I said, we could have knocked out villagers, iron farm, all that kind of stuff in the first 100 days if we really wanted to. But the challenge really is, pacing yourself, slowing yourself down, enjoying the early stages of Minecraft. We don't have that much land left to clear. I know I usually only stream till 7:30, but I kind of want to finish off this little section here, so we'll dig in until we're done. And then we'll find someone to raid after that. If I had to guess, we'll probably have another 10 minutes of digging to do here. Maybe. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to designing the ruins for this area. It's an idea that I've had for a long time. It's just, trying to pace myself so I don't rip through all these projects really fast. Because I had this idea for a quarry like this since probably episode 3 or 4. I take it slow. I've been playing for years, but I've never fought in the Ender Dragon. I just, this year, started exploring the Nether without friends. I'm more of a builder and farmer, or farming mat types. That's fair. Yeah, I know lots of people who are on the same boat. I have friends who have been playing for years and never fought the Ender Dragon either. Or there's people like me who are just absolutely horrid with redstone, so we tend to go more manual farms than automatic farms. All of my automatic farms, I have to follow tutorials for. I can't design my own. The only exception really is iron farms, because those really don't require any redstone. I've designed quite a few iron farms in my time. I tend to try and go as long as possible without going underground. I'm very much a surface dweller in Minecraft. That is fair. I do like the underground of Minecraft. I've built my fair share of underground bases. Boink. I just like seeing the sky, I think. You know what? I can't argue with that. The sky is really nice to see. But there's no reason you can't see it from underground. I've definitely made sky domes underground before. Because I remember the first underground base that I made. I was basing with one of my friends, and he said, "You know what? I really want an underground base, and I wanted an above ground base, but he was very insistent on an underground base." So I started building an underground base, and then within like 3 days, he stopped playing, and I was just stuck with this underground base that I had been building. I was like, "Oh man, I could have lived on the surface, but now I'm stuck underground." And we played on that world for like almost 2 years, I think. And yeah, I just had this giant underground base that I never wanted. But it made me appreciate underground bases more, that's for sure. I'm currently playing a mod, Realism Craft. Okay. And the new update has added so much more. Aggro mobs above and below the surface. It's a challenge. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one before. I've never personally played it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. Or, oh, you know what? No, I'm thinking of RL Craft. A vault style build can be fun every now and then, but I think I like having to build, or I think I like having to build that looks nice from both the inside and out. Underground, there are usually very little exteriors to work with. Yeah, that's fair. And I will admit, I am more of an exterior builder than an interior. If you look at the interiors of all my bases, they suck, or they don't exist. No worries, I thought I was just losing my mind. I have been streaming for 2 hours, so, you know, that tends to happen. My reading gets worse the longer I've been streaming. I was elected to lead, not to read. We're almost there. Then I just have another little chunk to decide how I want to clear out, but I will do that off stream, probably after dinner here, because yeah, it's getting to that time where Elfie's got to think about eating. Reading go brr. You guys have got to be proud of me. I've kept all the dirt and leaf litter separate. I've actually sorted those chests. It's not something I usually do. I just kind of dump stuff into a chest and I'm like, that is a later problem. GG. My shovels almost need to be repaired again. Well, we've definitely dirt maxed this stream. I'm curious to see how much dirt I've dug up this stream. So before stream, I did double check, and I had collected 76,000 dirt total. So we're gonna check our statistics at the end of stream and see how much that stat has jumped. Gold star for you. Hey! At my old work, my supervisor used to always say gold star to us whenever we did a good job or whenever he was mocking us. So we started tracking all the gold stars that we were getting as a team, and we had a tracker and everything that we made in the warehouse. It was a lot of fun. Who are you? What have you done with King Alfie? And can you tell us how to get out of the basement? No. The basement is your friend. You love the basement. But yeah, at work we'd do stuff and we'd go up to him and be like, hey Chris, can I have a gold star? He's like, you can't just ask for gold stars. Yes, we can. Give me a gold star. And he'd eventually be like, you know what? Fine, gold star. We're almost there. Worth a try. And there we go. This chunk of land has been cleared. Just have a little sliver left to do over there at some point. And then I can continue with the recording, which will basically just be more of the same, but with stone instead of dirt. That is going to be our excavation site. We just gotta smooth it all out. That's awesome. I jokingly give them out to my friends arbitrarily, and then they tried to barter the stars for favors. I've been pulled into many pranks because of it. That's awesome. Love that. Yeah, that is a lot of fun. Alrighty, so how many double chests do we have of dirt now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4. That's what, 24. And then 25 and a half. We have 25 and a half double chests of dirt at our disposal. And we jumped from 76,000 dirt mined to 97,000. We mined over 20k dirt this stream. That is a lot of dirt. But yeah, I think that's gonna about do it for us today. We're gonna find someone to raid on Twitch, and if they're live on YouTube as well, we will send over a raid there. Dirty work, yeah, exactly. Let's drag these over here so I can still see chat. Who have we got live? We have got Lagundo, who is just starting up. We've got Viking on Everwake. We've got Leon. You know what? I don't usually get to raid Leon. Let's raid Leon. But he's only on Twitch. Or wait, no, he's on YouTube as well, isn't he? Add redirect. Leon SBU. Oh yeah, he is on YouTube. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll redirect YouTube to Leon as well. And here we go. All right, cool. Thank you guys for hanging out in the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed our dirt maxing. I'm going to send you over to some ice maxing now with Leon, who is a member of the Spruce Kingdom on Skyblock Kingdoms. I will see you again on Friday for our stream on the viewer server. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night or day or whatever time it is. And I will see you later. Bye-bye. In like 3 seconds. Okay, there we go. Timed it perfectly. Bye.